Hi guys, I'm Vidya and I hope you're doing well. So it's time for another toddler favorites video where I talk about a few things that my toddler has been enjoying a lot recently. If you like these kind of really light, easy videos, please check out my other toddler favorites video when Vikrant was 18 months old and now he's almost 2. So there's a whole new set of favorite things in his life. So I'll get started. The first thing I want to talk about is a toy favorite, and hands down his toy favorite these days has been the Green Toys stuff. So Green Toys is a company that makes toys out of recycled plastic bottles, like recycled milk bottles to be exact. And so they have a nice cause behind it. They completely use recycled materials for their products. But the reason he loves it is because they are so good to play with. Like, they're very sturdy, they're very well made. Like, this blue truck was a gift from his uncle and he is obsessed with it for the last 6 months that he had it. So it's got good wheels, like wheels that actually turn well, and the truck itself turns nicely. My dad put a little string to it so that he can pull it along, and it makes a really great pull toy. This truck also comes with three cars that go inside the truck and over it. Like there's a little ramp that opens up, and there's some things for him to open and close. So anyway, Green Toys stuff is a huge favorite with my son lately, and I don't mind giving him this because I, like most moms nowadays, I prefer wooden toys because they're natural, they're non-toxic. But the plastic toys have their own advantages. They are very lightweight, they are not that hard. Like, even if he bumps into it or falls on it, there is less chance that he'll hurt himself, and they're pretty strong, pretty sturdy, so quite unbreakable. He has tried to stand on it and he has tried to pretend that this is a skateboard and tried to skate on it. After he loved this, I bought him a bunch of Green Toy stuff and he has enjoyed everything. So he's got a little airplane from the same brand. He's got a little submarine that is one of his favorite bath toys, like it can float in the bathtub. And he's got a little tractor. This also is really good for his development because this thing comes off and he tries to put it back in and then drag it along. So amazing toys. We also have a few other things. He has his playhouse, which is also by the same brand. So Green Toys has quickly becoming one of my favorite toy brands as well, because their toys are again non-toxic and pretty safe, and also I don't have that guilt of buying some cheap plastic toy for him. So that is one thing that he absolutely loves. Next, I'll move on to book favorites because my videos are never complete without those. This time I have got 2 book favorites. One is the Little Blue Truck, which is about a little blue truck, and it goes on a small adventure and it helps out a dump truck. It's got a nice little moral to it that he kind of understands now. It's about helping their friends and being nice to people. So it's a very sweet story and it's got amazing illustrations that he is completely enamored by. He wants me to read this book to him over and over again, and I totally enjoy making the different voices and reading it to him. So this book gets read in our house at least twice a day. And what's best is that this goes along with his truck toy from Green Toys. So we pretend that this is his little blue truck. So it's amazing for him. So that is one of his absolute favorites. I think this will be favorite for him for a few more months for sure. The next book that he's recently gotten into is short stories. Like, now he's at that age where he imagines the story when I tell him. So he wants me to come up with new stories and come up with new things to talk about which are other than board books. So this has been really great. It's just a collection of short 5-minute stories. It's called Curious George 5-minute stories. Links will be in the description again. And it's basically got a bunch of different stories in the traditional storybook format and not a board book that is more appropriate for babies, right? So he's getting into these real storybooks and he loves listening to me tell a story and looking at the pictures and everything. He's got a few favorites, favorite pages already, so I've put little labels so that he'll sometimes just ask for one particular thing, like he'll want to look at the rocket or he'll want to look at the shoes, so I can just go to that page without looking for it, because toddlers can be really impatient sometimes. So yeah, this is amazing for little toddlers who are just beginning to get into stories, but they don't have the attention span of listening to a whole story that is 15 minutes long. So these are very short, they have cute illustrations, and Curious George is a cute little monkey that is on some adventure or the other in every story, and these are situations that he can relate to. Like here the monkey is going to a zoo which he has been to, so he kind of relates to that. Or this is a story about a library which he knows what it is, so he can kind of imagine things. So this is definitely another favorite for him. The third favorite is a clothing favorite, if you can call it that. So shoes. So Vikrant has been always into shoes from ever since he learned how to walk from 11 months old. So I have waited to talk about these because I didn't know if this obsession will last, but he wanted to wear his shoes all the time, like in the house as well, and I didn't want outside shoes to be in the house, right? Because one, they are not that comfortable, and of course they're dirty. So I got him a pair of house shoes. I just got these on Amazon. I just searched for toddlers home shoes and I got these, and I thought I'll give them a try, but he fell in love with them so much over the last several months that I had to talk about them. So they're basically just soft lined shoes. It's got a furry lining inside and it's super comfortable for him. He can wear them by himself. He needs a little help with the strap at the back. He's getting that now, but in the beginning I used to help him out, and he can you know, run around in them, do whatever, but he loves wearing them all the time. So I got him one in the next size, so this is the next size up. The first size that I got him was I think 5, and this is a size 6 on Amazon's website, link in the description again. The last favorite would be a food favorite, and Vikrant's favorite foods are usually fruits and berries and natural things like that. But if I had to choose something that he loves that I make, it would be these cookies, these chocolate chip cookies. They're super healthy. They don't have any sugar in them. Can you believe a cookie with no sugar? I've added a few chocolate chips to make it sweet for him, but the sweetness comes from dates, and slightly nuttiness comes from like powdered nuts. So I've just powdered some almonds, cashews and walnuts, and I've used it as a replacement. Like half of the flour replacement would be this nut powder. The recipe will be in the description. It was kind of an experiment, and it doesn't look like the traditional cookie. Like, it's not that flat, it's a little chubby, but he absolutely loves it. It tastes a little different from a regular chocolate chip cookie because it doesn't have the butter and the sugar in it, but it is still really delicious, really sweet, and Vikrant loves it. I'd rather have him enjoy these sweet cravings with natural stuff like this and not get into the sugar addiction phase. And those were the favorites for an almost 2-year-old little boy. And please give this video a like if you enjoy videos like these, and I'll make toddler favorite videos once in a while. And I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye.